switch it up. He's going to go back to baseball. Going to talk about the boss, but he doesn't think that the boss should be in the Hall of Fame. Jason, Little Lake Harbor, your New Yorker Sports Rant begins now.
Well, somebody had to wear the black hat in the Yankee country. Somebody had to be that guy. And he's dressed nicely while doing it. Shirt, tie, pair of slacks.
Mike Francesa and Carton wear shorts.
During the summer. Don't give away too many secrets.
Good evening, everyone. Thank you for listening to WFAN Sports Radio 66. I'm your host, Jason Priest, and this evening I want to speak about George Steinbrenner. Recently, there's been an outpour of him going into the Hall of Fame and all this discussion about how he's a Hall of Famer. He's a 40-year-old of the Yankees and done so much for New York, and that's not something we'll argue. We will argue the fact that how can he go into the Hall of Fame with the suspensions that he's had? We also look at his body of work. They haven't won championships in the 70s when he first took over and bought the team, but has everyone forgotten about the 1980s? Has everyone forgot that in 1990 when he announced his suspension, he got a standing ovation in Yankee Stadium when he was suspended? Where are the Yankee fans now? Now there's this outcry that he should be a Hall of Famer. And when he came back in 1993, his draft picks were already in place. In 1994, they could have won a championship. However, he didn't have the opportunity to trade away his young players because he was away. Steve Michael rebuilt that team, and George Steinbrenner just reaped the benefits of that championship throughout the 90s. When you look at George, right after the 2001 World Series, he made the comment, well, we're going to be back. What did he do? He went out and bought Jason-HOF. How many championships did Jason-HOF bring in?
All right, if you're going to bring up the negative aspects of Steinbrenner, which he obviously did, obviously the decade of the 80s, the 2 suspensions, well, you got to balance it out. 7 championships, 16 division titles. If he's not in the Hall of Fame as an owner, what owner in baseball should be? Answer me that. That's what I want to know. Because I'll tell you right now, I'm a Met fan. The Will Ponds kid jump off the pier as far as I'm concerned. That's ownership. I wish that the Steinbrenner family owned the New York Mets because you know what? They would never have tolerated this mediocrity for 25 years. There would have already been another World Series championship hanging at Citi Field or Shea Stadium. So they go to take these shots at Steinbrenner. That's fair, but you got to balance it out. 7 World Championships, 16 division titles.
I'm a Mets fan too, and I wouldn't mind if he owned the team, but there's a difference between being a good owner and a Hall of Famer. If he gets into the Hall of Fame, how come Pete Rose wouldn't get in the Hall of Fame? He was banned for life, and so was Steinbrenner. Steinbrenner used his political...
Steinbrenner wasn't banned for life.
He was suspended at the time.
But he was suspended. He wasn't suspended for life.
There was never a timeline when he was suspended.
He didn't bet on baseball. Look, there's one rule in baseball you can't break. Don't gamble on the sport. You can pretty much do everything. You can drive over a mother and her children on the way to school, but don't gamble on baseball.
His integrity would have given Dave Winfield and got him suspended.
Oh, he got suspended for that. All right, I